turmoil going on at the UCB. I'm not sure what the latest is on it.
Hold on, man. That's not live conversation.
I'm gonna say.
That ain't the soft live. You got to.
That's not the soft live.
Soft live is like, how many cheeses do you put in your mac and cheese? That's the soft. That's the soft.
That's what I said. Let's go live. That way I let you know. Let's table that.
Antoine waited too. He waited till you. We not live yet? We live now? Okay. Oh man, I gotta record.
Where's the music?
Where's the music at? I got the music at. Let's get the music.
It's always look. I eat beats, watch me dining, shining. I illuminate the rooms that I'm in, timing. Low-key ain't more crucial than alignment. That's why the flow is intertwined with both and I'm defining.
Yeah.
Wakes you up.
My wife was on the toilet, can't decipher if you know that my life is tied to giving hoodlums life despite the hoes that the sights are fixed upon and give them pipe.
Everybody waking up. Waking up to the Cant Tell Us Nothing show. Cant Tell Us Nothing podcast, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. It's a show where we take opinions, discussions, topics, turn into improv scenes on the spot. Cant Tell Us Nothing is an improv group out of Houston, Texas. John, Amechi, Tandi, myself, Antoine, the foursome that makes it up. Sometime we're joined by a special guest today. We have a very special guest with us, a Mr. Carl Tart, actor, writer, performer, extraordinaire.
Oh, guys, thank you for having me.
Funny, man.
Thank you for joining us, man. Live from LA, right?
Yep, live from LA, live from my what I'm calling my office. I just moved in. So
nice.
This gonna be. I got another when Antoine sent me that soft like, hey man, you gonna come up in here? I was like, I thought you said we had it till 6:45. I was building another shoe rack because I got some more on the ground right here.
Oh,
where's it gonna go?
On this wall. on this wall right here. So it'll be like, because you see how that empty spot right there?
I see it.
Yeah.
What could fix that empty spot? More shoes.
Not to get in your business or nothing, but what's the estimated value of what I'm looking at on the walls and on the floor there?
That's cold. You can't just throw a number like.
He can overestimate. He can underestimate. I don't know.
Well, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's we do it.
I like that.
Quarantine was retail therapy was definitely much needed, and I had a lot before then too. But like I tell you this, I talked to my therapist about it, and I was like, because somebody called me a hoarder, and I was like, hoarding is different than this is collecting.
Yeah,
this is collecting.
Yeah.
I ain't got no old newspapers and stuff in there and then like that. I do have a couple old newspapers that I'm looking at, but
it's not hoarding if it's something valuable. If it's something valuable, it's collecting.
Yeah, but when I was growing up,
you present it. It's you have racks for it.
I want people to see it. I strategically put my computer at this point so people can see it.
Yeah,
see the collection.
But
whoa.
Cold.
But when I was growing up, my foot grew fast. My mom did the best she could, and a part of doing the best she could was keeping me in good schools and keeping me, surrounded by people who lived better lives than what we did.
Yeah.
And her doing that, put me around a lot of kids who always had the latest and greatest shoes. And middle school's tough on the chubby poor kid, and so. It definitely is a thing now where I'm like, I can buy all the shoes I want to.
Just let me go to work, mama, please.
Yeah, please let me get a job. That's another way. My mom did not let me get a job. I wanted to get a summer job going into my senior year because I was like, I'm about to get fitted for senior year. I've been waiting for this, and she was like, you ain't getting no job. You're gonna go play that football and you're gonna play that basketball and you're gonna come home. She ain't let me get a job. I was like, but I want shoes.
Nah, it is a hurdle, man, when you go to school and you see everybody with the latest and greatest, man. It's kind of like watching your friend pull up in a new Porsche or something, and you can't get it, right? Except for the Porsche happens every couple of months when the latest Porsche come out, for the kids. What would you say is your favorite, if you had to get rid of everything, right? Everything, but you have to keep one style and only get that one style in a sneaker, which one would it be?
I'm gonna go with the Air Force One low. Really? I think that's the one that I would keep. And if I had to just wear one style every day, that would be it. I got a few pairs, if you can see. Yeah, those 4 right there, and that one. But yeah,
the Air Force One, man. What you like about the Air Force is comfort, utility,
comfort. Like this shoe. So I'm about to show you. Of course, like the classic all white. It goes with everything. It goes with every outfit. You can wear it with a suit at your wedding. You can wear it with everything. I think that's what it is. It's just the utility basis of it. I like that shoe a lot. The Jordan 1 as well.
Jordan 1s,
yeah. Sleek on a larger foot. The one like hurdle with the Air Force One is when they big. They're big.
Yeah.
But with the Jordan 1, it's like sleeker on your foot and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, don't feel like shoe boxes.
Nah.
I'm a big shoe guy, man.
How much money worth of shoes do you have?
Who? Me?
Tandi.
All y'all, everybody mention how much money you. First of all, everybody tell us how much money you have. Period.
I just like to know I'm talking to people in $1 million rooms. That's the best part.
It ain't that. It definitely ain't that.
About being virtual is like you get to see a little slice of the background of life, and then when you have something like that, it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Tell me about it.
We cut to a brother having a conversation with his sister. Look, Tandi, my best friend about to come through here, man. He got way better shoes than we got. All right, it's like they're gonna be fly.
All right,
but don't ask them about them.
What?
Don't look at them. Just act like they don't exist. Okay.
Hey, John, look, nobody comes through here with anything more than flip flops. Or really nothing, man. I mean,
Listen, I told him that we had money, man. I didn't tell him that we were broke. I told him, yeah. I mean, right now he thinks we got money.
Why? He's coming into this house, man. Mama's doing the best she can. We got all the walls put up finally. Just had 3 before, now we got 4.
Well,
we talking.
We need to change that. We need to let him know that maybe we flipping his house or something, and this is our, we fixing it for some tenants or something. But he can't know this is where we live, and don't pay attention to his shoes because they fire.
Man, guy, you dangling it in front of me. I want to ask about his shoes.
Okay, but
all right. Okay.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, bro?
Man, you left me out there a long time. It was cold out there.
I'm sorry.
Man, it's the same temperature in here. Are the walls there?
This is we doing this real nice like these thermal walls in here for our new tenants that's coming. They from Alaska, so it can't be too hot in this thing. You know what I mean? Just come on in. Just come on in, man. This is my sister.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. Good to meet you.
You guys want some Oreo cookies? I keep a pair in this zipper on the side of my shoe here.
Oh shit! Look at this.
Keep in mind, these Oreos are not your typical Oreo cookies. Okay, these were given to me by the Queen.
Oh shit! The Queen, like the Queen Bee or the Queen of England?
The Queen Bee.
Oh,
Lil Kim gave me these Oreos.
Oh shit! Mom loves Lil Kim.
Oh my goodness! Listen, hey, excuse me. Let me just talk to my brother for a second.
Okay, I'll just step over here by this. What is this carpet?
Something like carpet. Go ahead.
Like carpet.
Okay.
John, we haven't eaten since last Saturday, man. He's in here with shoes that you told me I can't talk about, and he's got cookies.
I didn't know that he got it from Lil Kim. All right. I didn't know that. Look, we gotta act like we've been eating all day. We gotta act like we've been eating all day. All right. We just got done eating steaks. Do you see? Do you hear me? You can't know that. It will be embarrassing.
Okay.
Hey, what's that noise, y'all? What's that noise? Is somebody in here doing a drum roll?
That's that's hold on. Let me just get the window and on the other side of this wall here.
Listen, man. See, I hate that I had to bring you down into one of our job houses. You know, our family is always hustling, doing stuff, man.
I'm all about the hustle, and I don't mind it here. I'm all about that. As long as I know that y'all don't live in this filth, in this pile of rubble. It should be rubble. We should knock this down.
No, we can't knock it. We can't knock it down, though.
You sure? Because I can push this wall.
No. I need this wall back up.
We need that's load bearing.
As long because I'm ready to help. I know y'all said y'all rebuilding down here. I'm ready to help. I'm not afraid of hard work. That's how I got what I got.
I don't want to mess up your gold rings. And your shoes. I mean, we don't need extra help. You know, we don't want you to be dirty in your hands and stuff up, man. Let's just get out of here and let's just go grab something to eat. You still got, the discounts and stuff at the wing place?
Oh, I got discounts at every place, but I choose not to use them because why use a discount when you got it? Why use a discount when you got it? But I actually forgot my wallet. I was wondering if y'all could cover me and I'll get you back next time. I got the meal, but I forgot my wallet.
Hey, my wallet. Hey, John.
Yeah.
Hey, come out here, man. You got my money?
Give me 1 second, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you owe me $2. You owe me $2. I want that right now.
I can't give that to you right now, man. I'll give it to you next week.
That's what you said last week. That's what you said last week. When I came and knocked on this door last week.
And you almost knocked my damn door down. I had to pay the $1 just to get a nail to put the door back on.
Oh, so you had $1.
I didn't have $2. I ain't gonna give you my last $1 if I ain't got the whole debt. What kind of sense does that make? Man, look, I got my friend in here, all right? Trying to show him a good time. I don't need you to come in here doing all of this, all right?
I don't care where the $2 comes from, but I want my money. Listen, you've been owing me this for weeks.
I can do a deal. I'll pay you $4 if as soon as I open this door, you tell him that you owe me $100,000. But I give you $4. I give you $4 this week. But as soon as I open this door, I just want you to say, "I got you. I'll pay you $100,000 back." All right? Can you do that for me? That's $2 more extra. $2 more extra.
That's double the money.
That's double the money.
100% increase.
100%.
I know math.
Can you do that for me?
$4. Okay, I'll do it.
All right, cool.
So I know it looks like I sleep on this bed of hay in the corner, but I don't. We used to have a part-time job down at the corn maze, the field where they would make the like the little maze for Halloween, and we would just bring the bales of hay sometimes just because they would get rid of them. But I don't sleep here.
Look at the rings on that dude.
Oh, you like these?
Look at all them rings.
I mean,
come on.
Hey,
come on. You don't have to
ain't you supposed to be saying something right now?
I mean, that was before I saw the shoes. And that Oreo I smell?
Oh, I got
haven't smelled food.
These were given to me by Lil Kim. Are you a friend? Are you coming with us to dinner?
Yeah.
Because John's paying for us.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I forgot my wallet.
That's real interesting. That's real interesting, John.
I mean, I try to help my friends whenever I can, As soon as we get done with this project, I'm supposed to be getting hundreds of thousands of dollars,
What project is that?
You know the project, man. Why are you all in our business?
I know the projects you live in. This one right here. These projects.
Yeah, I mean, you live in where you work because we are always hustling. You know what I'm saying? It feels like I live here.
Is that Roach riding a motorcycle?
And scene. And scene.
Man. I remember I had a friend when I was younger though, who lived in the projects but had all the shoes, fresh as hell. Never know he lived in the projects. You never know.
I've always been curious about that. When kids who I felt was as broke as I was always fresh. I'm like, what? How is y'all mom doing this?
Calvin Mama money.
Yeah.
Like, man, you drive a Corolla. You ain't never got no lunch money. How the fuck you got the new Jordans?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? And
it must be like some. I mean, because you know what? There's I guess in my opinion, there's like okay, I'm not going to even say a mindset, but there's some people who like don't have it, but they're working really hard and they really try. And then there are other people who do the same, but they may get assistance in certain areas. And then they have, I would assume, more free money to not really free, but you know, that they would spend it on that. So if your housing is $2 and you know you're getting whatever, then yeah, you might be willing to do that. But if you struggling and you know your rent is $450 and y'all booking it, but y'all paying that $450, then you just ain't got it.
There's also credit.
Yeah, that's true. We get credit.
Oh God!
I saw a tweet today that was pretty funny. It said, "Y'all got 3 stimmies, and instead of fixing that AC, y'all bought crab legs. Now look who's boiling."
100, man. I mean, I've seen so many cars, man. I mean, the latest cars, at least down in Houston, everybody's been buying Mercedes, all these beautiful cars. People that are going to not hating, but don't look like necessarily they should be driving that. Everything ain't put together for you to be driving that car. Yeah. And, you know, tax season just happened. Stimulus just happened. Government giving back a whole lot of money. And I know that's just not going to last, man. It's just going to, it's going to be bad for those people who got all those Mercedes but get kicked out of their homes. Or the kids ain't got no food and stuff like that.
But them folks that got them PPP loans, they gonna get relocated from one home to another.
Yeah, feds.
Yeah,
they gonna be. Yeah, man. I mean, they was hitting them up, man. And I had friends call me like, "Man, I show you how to get XYZ." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't mess with the government. No money, man. I can't do that." And they were giving people. Somebody got 15 years.
Damn.
15 years, man.
I wonder how big was that loan?
Yeah, it had to be in the millions.
Yes. Wow. And but people that I mean, they couldn't like sell me Girl Scout cookies. Were advertising like, yeah, come on by, come see me. And I was like, well, how can you add? Why would I come to you to get some paperwork done that we're gonna submit to the United States government? What's official about your situation that makes that a trustworthy experience?
I'm not giving that person my social security number. No. Access for them to see it. Let alone be like, yeah, I need this loan.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, them PPs, man. I think it's gonna be another 5 years before they start racking up everybody who did all that fraud stuff.
It's coming. They better leave the country now. But Canada's not letting people in right now.
Yeah, not yet.
That's crazy, man. Was it so in LA? Was it a big thing? Were the PP loans really big in LA?
Oh yeah, I was seeing a couple of my friends on Instagram flexing stuff, and I know what they do. People who I went to high school with, stuff like that. And I know their jobs. I know how much money they make, and I know because they was having pandemic parties after they got their PPP loans, and I'm watching, and I'm getting a little bit of FOMO. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe if I wore my mask for a little while, I might be able to pull up. Nah, that's bad. It's irresponsible. I'm not gonna do it. And I was like, but I want to go. And then I would see the extravagance of some of these parts. I say,
crazy.
You have a mobile car washing service. You're not. Where'd you get this money from? So I know that was
Man, I know all the hustlers. I mean, I know the scams had to go through the roof, man, during the pandemic.
Oh yeah,
it had to be 600% up in scams, man. People scamming the shit out of it. I saw a documentary about a rapper who made a name out of being a scam rapper. Like that's how popular scamming has got.
That's why I don't go to Miami.
Oh yeah, no.
When you go to Miami, make sure you get one of them wallets that you can put your card in. They can't like put the phone up to your back pocket.
Ooh.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, RFID, I think is what it's called.
Antoine knows.
RFID.
How do you know that, Antoine? What's going on? How
I
you
got
know
one.
that?
I used to go to hacker conferences.
Oh.
Black
Well,
Hat
you ought to be the
DEF
guy who gets hired to at a hacker conference, right?
Say what? No, you don't want to be the guy.
Yeah.
They put you up on this thing called the wall of sheep if they hack your phone or your laptop or whatever. You don't want to end up on that wall.
When you signed up for the conference, they got your information. You willingly volunteered.
Well, DEF CON is cash only.
Oh, okay.
So they don't get your info. And
See,
Black Hat is through work.
Y'all having secret meetings, man.
Man, just imagine if you couldn't give your real information, like how much stuff you have to back out to pretend to be somebody. Like you got to pay all cash. You can't give your name, can't give your date of birth, can't give your address. Everything is just made up. Like,
I feel like at this point, our information is just out there.
Oh yeah.
And so I still use the PayPals and that type of stuff. I'm like, people know it. None of y'all got the email with y'all password in it? I just got it. You probably don't check your spam folder, but I just got it. It was an old password I don't use no more. They sent the email. It's like, hey, I got your password. And I've been sharing your computer screen so I can see what you're doing on your computer. You have great taste in porno movies. And all I'm gonna need from you is 12 Bitcoins. I said, have you had said cash at me at this place, Venmo me, then you might have had a chance. But once you asked me for Bitcoins, I was like, man, post the video.
Somebody's gonna die. I can't help it.
Post the video, man.
Yeah, I'll recover in 5 years.
It's just me doing this. Ooh, big old breast. Like, show it. I can't pay you no 12 Bitcoins. I don't have 12 Bitcoins.
Yeah, he ain't looked at the price of Bitcoin lately. Shit.
Yeah, check y'all spam folder. Y'all probably got it with an old password you don't use no more. And if you're still using the same passwords, change them.
Stop doing that, people. Change your passwords. Use a password manager. But privacy is more or less a fallacy at this point. I say just assume your stuff's out there.
Yeah,
you'll sleep better, believe it or not.
So at these hacker meetings, Antoine.
It's a conference.
So y'all be sharing stories and shit. What do y'all do? The latest tricks and trades and magicians and shit.
Yeah, people, they're giving talks. They're sharing stories from their careers or experiences. They even had a room that was the social engineering room where people would hop on the phone, right? It's all over the speaker for an audience to hear, and they try to social engineer somebody live right there in front of you. So they'll call up, like AT&T or something and try to get somebody to divulge their email or whatever.
How they call AT&T and get them to give somebody else's email?
Anyone's, their own, someone else's, pretend to be their manager, pretend to be someone else from IT. Like, there's all sorts of tricks you can use.
Man.
Do that? I mean, let me see. Okay, is the danger in somebody like just calling you, asking you for information, or is it dangerous when you're engaging in some sort of commerce and then they say, oh, okay, well, let me get your email? Because I get a little nervous about that too. I do want these plane tickets. However, there's got to be some way I can do that without giving you my credit card number out loud. I mean, but not even typing it so you can keep a record of it too.
Yeah, plane tickets over the phone, Tandi?
I was gonna say,
ain't none of y'all went over there and taught Tandi how to use Expedia.
I don't know what she's talking
I
about.
don't like typing my stuff in there, so I got to speak to her. I'm from a generation where I got to talk to you. And money's gonna be exchanged.
Tandi, I've met your son. I'm sure he can help you buy plane tickets.
They're just on the phone, like, all right, let me repeat that card number back to you. 415.
Sign. You got a new $100,000 loan in your name.
Yeah.
Nah,
but not plane
no
tickets.
business on the phone.
What? But I was renting a room. I was getting a hotel room on Priceline, and I was doing it, in an automated setting. And then this thing popped up and it says, save even more money, give us a call. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna save some money. So I called, and then I got all involved, and it was significant savings. And so the guy's like, yeah, we just need your credit card. I was like, oh man, here I go. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have to take this chance. I'm just have to. I mean, if you just steal my money, if you steal American Express's money, you're just gonna steal their money. But I thought about it after the fact. So is the danger in doing that, Antoine, or should I just only be cautious of somebody calling me saying, chatting me up and then getting my information?
So I would say, not to spend too much time on this, right? But it's for everybody's awareness. I would say, yeah, not great to say your card number over the phone, but if you're going to use a card, use a credit card. They have fraud protection. Like you said, spend their money, not your own. Do not use your debit card. Just don't do it. Just don't do it unless you're using an ATM.
Get you a Visa Rush card.
Get you a Visa Rush card.
The Russell Simmons.
Carl Tart says, "Get the Rush card."
Get the Rush card.
And then someone calling you up trying to take your info. Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
Unless you hold some sort of position of power or something they're interested in. Probably not.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
Buying plane tickets over the phone. It's just been so long since, I mean, you better off going to the airport and saying, I'd like a ticket, please.
I feel like they get so confused if you did that. Like, can I get two tickets to Bermuda? And they were like, you didn't buy them already?
you would get questioned. If you went to the airport and bought 2 tickets to Bermuda, they like, can you come in this back room?
It's cool if I pay with cash, right?
I'm old school. I'm just old school. Yeah. Get your ass in the back.
I need to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
If money is involved.
Nah. I need somebody to defer the risk to. You can defer the risk when you have some technology in the midst. You can defer the risk, get your money back. When you're just doing cash, like you said, like debit, you assume the risk. They're gonna take your money and be like, we'll figure out what's going on and give you your money back. You could have been talking to a person that sounded like a computer. Press 1 for a credit card number, and then somebody on the other line write your number down. So don't. If you ain't hearing from us, we're gonna tell you, Tandi, do not.
I don't know why. I don't know why we were, because every time my credit card has been stolen, it wasn't because I bought nothing over the phone. It was some other bull. I done bought some gas. I did. I assume, because you never know where it really went down. But it's never. Is it over the phone and they just waited 3 years later? You're right. It's my fault.
I don't know.
Somebody spent $600 at the Bass Pro Shops using my card once. And I was like, oh. And they called and said, is this you? I said, why couldn't it be me? I have interests. But it was not me.
A little offended that you don't think I'd go to the Bass Pro Shops.
I love the Bass Pro Shops.
Right.
I mean, somebody spent, was it like $450 at CVS?
$450?
I was like, what did you get at CVS for $450? Did you buy the store? Like,
They got a couple George Foreman grills on that aisle that ass seen on TV aisle that they got at CVS. They just went ham. Yeah.
20 bottles of wine. Just like this is clearly suspicious. Clearly, it's not something you go to CVS for.
Right. Maybe they pay for people's prescriptions. They just stood there. How much is this, little mama? 35. Don't run that. They just pay for everybody.
I got you.
Pay for everybody.
I got you. You got cataracts. You got some Ozempic. You trying to quit smoking? Some Chantix.
We cut to a CVS back room with the employees meeting. All right, guys, I need to talk to you guys about what's been going on this last week here. I know you guys heard about the Robin Hood of CVS paying for people's prescriptions. I've gotten word that he's been using stolen credit cards to do it. So we need to crack down on this. We do not want to support this man. I know it looks like he's doing a nice deed, but he is clearly a criminal. So we need to think of some ways to prevent him from doing that and let people know that the Robin Hood is no longer welcome in the CVS.
Well, I put out that I think we should be carrying in the shop, that way if a fool trying to steal some, blah, we got it right there. It's done.
No one needs to be carrying firearms at CVS. We do have an on-premises security person.
Well, he ain't doing his job. He ain't doing his job, all right? He ain't doing his job, or he helping Robin Hood. That's all I'm saying.
I got a suggestion.
All right.
So the gun that he just mentioned goes blow. But what about one that goes like pap, pap? How would that be better?
It's really not about the sound of the gun, really. It's about the gun itself. It's the fact that we'd have employees carrying firearms. It's not the image we want for CVS. This is where elderly people come to pick up their medicine. I don't think they would feel good knowing that the person on the other side of the counter has a gun that goes bap, bap.
No, I said plap.
He said
PLAP.
Yeah, again, I said blow. He said plat, plat.
Not about the sound of the gun. Really, that's not.
Is it because you really don't think that a very small gun that goes pew pew would be a little bit better? I mean, it would.
I can totally see that. Old people ain't gonna be scared.
Right.
What type of gun goes pew? What is that gun?
I don't know anything about guns, but I'm sure it exists. If we could just get something, get it modified. That's a thing that people do.
The cricket on Men in Black did.
Men in Black is a fictional movie with fictional guns.
That's what you think. That's what you think. Because you're not using this eye right here. You're using these two. You're not using this eye. Yeah. You got to open up.
Yeah, man. You're too tense, man.
Here, let me put a hole up there.
No. Wait. Hey, what's that? What's that?
Oh, this is just the gun that goes shot.
You did not ask for approval to carry that into work today.
If he could carry that, man, I'm going back and get my swords, bro. I told you, man. I can't be in here just with nothing.
CVS is not a dangerous place. The Robin Hood guy is a credit card scammer. He is not some sort of assailant that you need to take down. I'm saying we don't need weaponry here.
They tried to shoot Robin Hood. Did they not try to shoot Robin Hood? I saw the movie. They were shooting arrows. That's all we saying. That's how you take down Robin Hood. You got to shoot him.
And we got to step up our efforts and our seriousness, Antoine. I mean, we put notes up. Don't use other people's credit cards, and people just laugh at that, right? We've got to step up. So I'm in agreement with this gun thing, or some kind of weapon. I personally, I have some brass knuckles and a taser. And a little can of pepper spray that I like to use sometimes. And I can bring those in just to start us off. If you're afraid of guns, I can go with that.
Yeah. Excuse me.
That sounds like it's for your personal defense. I'm fine with you having something that is compact for your own defense if you feel in danger. I just don't want you using them on our customers.
But I could do that. I mean, I'm willing to share. I'm here all day. It's not going to do it. Let me show you. Just step back. I'm going to show you how bad the pepper spray feels. And then you tell me if you can accept that.
we cut to the next day. Now, despite the guidance, they have all brought their weapons to the store and are on the lookout for this Robin Hood character.
Yeah. Hope nobody come down this aisle, boy. It's on. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say? I'm on the other aisle.
Oh, my bad. I'm just hype, thinking if somebody come down here to look like Robin Hood, it's on, man. That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. Hey, have you ever tried these Burger King ketchup and French fry chips that we sell here? I feel like it's too novelty to catch on, really.
Yeah, I think it really is too, man. I'm not really I don't go to Burger King for ketchup, more like.
But they're pretty good because there is a distinct difference in the ketchup flavors between Burger King and Chick-fil-A. So I thought it was a great idea. Hold on a second. I'm just go ahead.
You tried them?
I did. Yeah, I did. I was in the store last week and this guy bought a bunch of stuff and he's like, "Here, you just want to try these chips?" And I was like, "Sure, yeah, why not?" So I took the bag of chips and I tasted them.
What are you spraying at?
Oh, I don't know. There's some bugs here on the ground. I got this pepper spray and I just got to make sure that it's
Hey, excuse me. Can one of you guys check me out? I've been waiting over here for like 10 minutes while you guys walk the aisles.
There's self-checkout. There's self-checkout up there, sir. We can't move off our post. Yeah. You see, we're waiting on a person dressed as Robin Hood who's buying prescriptions for old people. Yeah. Hey, wait a second. Is that a skirt?
The skirt?
Is that a green?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Robin Hood had pants on. I'm thinking of Peter Pan.
I'm wearing pants.
Oh, man.
That's why we're on patrol.
Wait a second.
A lot of stuff to work out.
What's that feather doing on your hat?
I always wear this. This is my thing. The feather in my hat and the bow and arrow I carry on my back. Those are my things. So yeah, I'm gonna check out. I guess I use self-checkout. Anybody else need anything while I'm over here?
Yeah, come here real quick. Hey. So I just got eye surgery. And there's a salve that I need to get from the pharmacy to put on my eyes. But I don't have the money for it. I tried GoodRx. I don't have good insurance. My copay is through the roof. My copay is $19,000. So anything less than that, I have to pay for myself. Can you help me out?
Yeah, I think I could actually.
We got him. Shoot him.
That's it.
We got him.
Mission accomplished. No, shoot out.
Just, shout out to Cicely, who said someone spent $700 at Specs on her card.
Oh. Yeah, they was popping that night.
What are Specs?
All that stuff that you hold back. I mean, I could spend recklessly too, but I don't because I got to pay that back. So all the stuff that you hold back on and you keep yourself from buying, when somebody go out and spend that on your stuff, even though you may not have to pay for it, that make you mad. That's that I get upset when I go through and be like, and then they, I could have done that, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And then I'm mad at myself.
You should have spent $700 at Specs and then called and be like, man, who the fuck is spending $700 at Specs? By the way, Carl, Specs is a liquor store, Texas independent big chain liquor store.
Okay.
So, yeah. They don't do big liquor in Texas, so they make it like small business.
Yeah, you got hot food in there.
Cigars, deli meat.
I don't know if they have furniture yet, but you probably you got to get you an end table in a bedroom set, but maybe not a living room or nothing. Got quite a bit.
Are y'all? I know, John. You say you from Ohio. Y'all originally from Texas?
Yeah, I am.
Born and raised in Houston.
Nice. Amechi, you sound the most Texan out of all of them.
Yeah, I know. I'm originally from London.
From London. Nice.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah.
You said you're from Mississippi, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
When did you make it out to LA?
1998.
Wow.
When I was 9 years old, I moved out here with my mom. She was pursuing her career and stuff, and so we came out here. It was a tough move. I went from like being able to like ride my bike all day around the city and stuff to you better stay in this gate.
Don't you leave this damn gate, boy.
Yeah.
Whoa, what part of Los Angeles?
First place we lived in is an area called it's like there's an area called Baldwin Hills, and Baldwin Hills is like up on top of a hill, a bunch of nice houses and stuff like that. And then in the bottom of Baldwin Hills, there's a bunch of apartments in an area called the Jungles. And y'all seen Training Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Training Day is where they filmed the Jungles that way, like where the dude was standing on the roof with the gun and stuff like that. That was the Jungles. We lived over there at first, and then we moved to Inglewood for a little while in an area called the Low Bottoms. When all your neighborhoods you live in got these names, you know they're not good. So we moved from the Jungles to the Low Bottoms to over by USC, which is, you know, every school that's like one of the best schools in America is in a bad neighborhood. Yeah. But she always kept, like I was saying, she always kept me in school on the West LA. So
okay.
Yeah, I always I never had to go to school in the neighborhood I lived in.
Yeah.
Other than the bicycle issue and not being able to ride all over, any other culture shocks from moving from the wonderful South to California at that time?
No more rain, really.
Mm-hmm.
That was a part of it. I had never really seen big buildings like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Where in Mississippi?
The Gulf Coast, town called Pascagoula.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 6 hours east of Houston on the 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the nearest major city in Mississippi?
Mobile to the east, and I guess Biloxi to the west.
Yeah.
It was surprisingly, because not living from the South, when we went to Florida a couple years ago, we drove I-10 through Mississippi, and I was like, it was a beautiful state, man, just driving through it. So I can't imagine, having family there with like what and what you see that we don't get to see about Mississippi. Because I know Ohio, like we think of Mississippi as like a red hot racist state. Like we should never go there. When I moved down to Texas, I saw it's a different cultural thing, right? And it's not all like that. There's obviously racism everywhere in America, but it's not like that. And Mississippi surprised me the most because we drove through it and I was like, yo, this is actually a really pretty state, man. Like this state is gorgeous, man. But I didn't know we didn't stop there either, so I can't speak too much about anything else.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere, like you said, everywhere you go, you're gonna get. There's places that we drive up in California. Me and the homies went wine tasting one time, and we was driving through some places that just every yard had a Trump flag, or like it's like it's California. You get out of the major cities, you're gonna run into that. But in Mississippi, the people were so genuine, like there is an air of like we different, but it's all the same. Like I remember before the pandemic, I went home and my brother had locked his keys in his car, and we didn't have nothing to get the keys out. And these two like real redneck looking dudes like came out and they were like, "You guys need help getting the keys out the car?" And like we was like, "Yeah, that'd be great." And they offered the help, and then they went back to their truck. And you look at their truck. All the stickers on the truck or everything you would, if you saw a person with that many stickers on their car, you'd be like, I'm driving the opposite way. And they were just nice dudes helping us get the keys out the car.
Yep.
So like that's the South for you right there. It's like
real talk, man. That's how
yeah, exactly right.
I wanted to ask you about some of your basketball past, man. So I know you get your podcast is sports related, but doing some digging, found out you was a big basketball fan. Can you tell us about a little bit about that? Like were you athlete? Is it like a super passion? You still hoop today? Like
yeah, I can talk about it for hours. I grew up playing. I played in college, and then I had to stop because I was not good enough to continue. College was like a different game. I don't know if y'all played high school sports, but like college, like trying to make that transition into college is tough if you ain't. You know, I was a tweener, so I played big man in high school, and then I got to college, and I was more guard size than big man, and so I didn't make that transition well. But you know, I'm a big Clipper fan. We still managing and still be in it. It's every game is a ball of stress, but I started rooting for them when I was a kid. You know, I moved out here, and I just didn't feel like no attachment to the Lakers like everybody else did. And I wanted to be, you know, I was trying to be different as a kid. And my mom was dating this dude at the time who eventually became my brother's dad. But, you know, I had that "you not my daddy" syndrome. And he was a huge Laker fan. And so I was like, I'm doing exactly the opposite of what you're doing. I don't.
Fuck the Lakers.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I get you, bro. That's dope, man.
It's been that since then. And this is our first year that we've gone this far, and it feels good. They trying to take the joy. If you ain't taking my joy, Devils, you ain't taking my joy. I'm ecstatic of how far we made it. Even without Kawhi, we like managing to stretch this series out. Like, you know, Devin Booker is actually from my hometown in Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got some good pride there.
Yeah. Well, I'm rooting against him actively currently. But I got some of his those right there are Devin Booker Air Force Ones.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's conflicted.
No, I'm not wearing them right now.
Yeah.
They on the shelf collecting dust. But
see, I grew up in Ohio, so it was once I got to high school, all I heard from that on was LeBron. And I got a chance to watch him play a couple times in high school. And I mean, he was he was exactly what we thought he would turn out to be. Basketball is real big in Dayton. I'm sure you guys, you know, you played up there. I don't know if you got to go into the city where, you know, a lot of the actual high schools and stuff is, but if you ever go back down there, check it out. It's a lot of dope hoopers up in there. We had Daquan Cook. He came out of there. Norris Cole. He grew up down the street from my grandmother. He came out of there. Somebody else I can't think of, but a lot of hoopers there, man. That's dope, man. I played football though. I hooped. Hoop was a love of mine, but football was where I got busy. And of course, now I got the shoulder and knee injuries from it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I would never ask. I don't think I would push football on my son because that shit hurt every day I wake up. Like I feel my shoulder back.
I'm gonna make all my kids play football, no matter the gender.
Now that sounds like a plan.
You gonna play? You gonna play, Keisha? You better throw that ball.
Speaking of Instagram, I saw a picture on Instagram. I don't know if anybody. I don't know, Antoine. Have you ever played football?
Flag football when I was younger.
Well, there's a drill. This drill literally lets you know if you're gonna keep playing football or not. And it's a drill with two athletes laying on their back, and the coach whistles, and they get up and run head on. The whole drill is just contact. Can you just do contact for no reason? And of course, you know, every year you would just see more and more people drop off. And trust me, man, the first couple of years I wanted to drop off because I couldn't wrap my head around just running heads up with somebody. It took me years to get my head around that shit.
It got outlawed in LA. You couldn't do it no more. And of course they still made you do it and dared you to tell. You know, toxic adults.
Yeah.
But yeah, nutcrackers, and it's the most dangerous drill. It got outlawed. It's dangerous because people are so naturally put their head down, and that is just how you boom. That's how you get hit. And that's how it ends. And it got banned because kids was getting neck injuries. Kids was getting paralyzed.
Literally, man.
Yeah,
Literally,
I played through high school. I played football, basketball, and baseball in high school. And my dad was in the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah. He played in the early 90s.
Oh.
And
Nice.
so I kind of had to play to try to, like, for him. And
did he have the same role that you'll have for your kids? Everybody plays.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I actually didn't. He didn't make me play. He wasn't in the household, so like it was more of me just being like, "Dad, look, I'm playing football too." Like, and he was like, "I don't care."
What? Jeez. Cold, man.
Yeah.
Cold.
So how'd you pivot into performing and into comedy?
Well, I was always a bit of a clown. I was always a pain in the ass to my teachers. And I kind of always had a love for it growing up. I was born in 1989, and like the following next, 10, 12 years, 15 years was so big for Black comedy on television. So like I was the little kid, too little to be watching Def Jam and Comic View, but I was watching it. I had an older cousin who was like a sister, who her and her friends would get together and watch Def Jam. And of course you had Martin Lawrence and Living Color, and all that stuff just happened right at that time. And then I learned that, being funny, when I moved out here to LA, being funny kind of kept the gangbangers off you, And so that just became like my personality, to be the funny guy. But you never think it's a real thing that you can do. You never think like, because it just seems so far away, and people shit on that dream immediately. Like, I think I want to be a comedian. Man, you ain't funny. It's like you just you're keeled over in laughter from something I just said. Yeah, but you're not like funny. They don't understand how it works to be. You're not like. I mean, you're not like funny. You funny, but you're not like.
Yeah.
People see me now, and people see like success. But man, I gotta be honest, man. I never knew you as like a funny dude.
Well, I am, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nah, it is. It's one of the hardest things to communicate as a goal. I want to be somebody who makes people laugh. It's hard, but like you said, you get to become. It's your career now. So, do you get pleasure in shitting on people who early on was like, man, Carl, bro, you should do something else, man. I ain't laugh. I don't think you're that funny. You're not this person. You're not that person. Or
I didn't really go through that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have too many naysayers. Like you got people who say slick stuff and hate, and who'll be like, "Oh, you doing that? Man, I should get out there." Like, all right, okay. But yeah, I never really had too many. I think for me that hate came from basketball. People was like, you ain't got it. And I had to learn that on my own, I had to learn that all I wanted to do was make it to college and prove, some haters wrong who thought I wasn't good enough. And then once I made it to college, I played for 1 year, the whole team got cut. We had a terrible season. And I came back home and I was like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life now, because I realized at that point school ain't for me. So I was like, well, what's been the most consistent thing in my life? I've been good at basketball. I've been good at football. I've been bad at basketball. I've been bad at football. Nobody's ever really told me that I wasn't funny. So I didn't start getting that until I became professional. And of course, it's like, it's too late. I'm already making money now.
Right.
So you can think I'm not funny all you want to, but
right.
Because the people who sign in checks do. But yeah, I kind of got into it. Like the most haterade thing I got was people being like, nobody knows how it works to become a professional comedian. Nobody understands the process of it. So of course they don't think if you say, hey, tomorrow I want to start comedy, everybody's going to be like, well, the only comedians I know are Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle and people who have been doing this for 30 years. You're not as good as them. It's like, of course not. You're not good as them. Like, first of all, not only are you speaking on generational talents, you're speaking on people who've just been doing it for years and years and years.
Right.
So nobody really understood that. That was the only really haterade I got. Like, and then I started doing improv classes at that point at Second City, and I just kind of fell in love with it. It was the first thing that I had ever felt like I was this sounds more arrogant than what I'm meaning it to sound. But out of everything that I had done in my life, I was always pretty middle of the road. You know, in sports, I wasn't the first person to be picked. Man, we need Carlton team, but I wasn't the last person. You know, in football, I was in a rotation, so like I didn't start, but I didn't not get no playing time. You know, like comedy was the first thing that I felt like people were like, we got to get that kid.
Yeah,
and we got to see what he's doing. And of course, that does nothing but stroke the ego. And then you hit the wall where you're not doing well because you're learning, you're going through processes of learning and stuff like that. So, yeah, I've remained consistent with it. I've kept enjoying it, and I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
Why did you choose improv over stand-up? Because I was
doing stand-up a little bit, and because I didn't know what improv was. You know, improv is not marketed to our community.
Yep.
And so I didn't realize, I thought, you know, when people got on SNL or, you know, sketch shows, Mad TV and stuff like that, I didn't know that they came from improv theaters and stuff like that. I thought they were all stand-up comedians who just were good at characters. And so once I started doing research and I started seeing some of my favorite people to be on these shows came out of Growlings and Second City and IO and stuff like that, I was like, oh, what are those things? And once I found out what they were, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I could try this, because stand up was hard, and I would abandon my jokes immediately if they didn't get laughs. You step up there and you think you got a banger. Boy, I just wrote this on the bus on the way up here. But I'm about to kill him. And you get stone faced from the audience, and you like, well, I found myself, I would do something like write a joke and think I was being cerebral and think it was gonna like be a take on something that nobody else had, and nobody would laugh. But what they would laugh at was when I would perform it out and do like the characters and I was like, oh. And then somebody was like, you do improv, don't you? And I was like, huh? And like you always making stuff up there. Like I see you making it up. You abandoned, like it was like a comedian who had been doing it for a long time. And he was like, you always making stuff up. Like you abandon your material and you start making stuff up to try to recover. And I was like, oh yeah, I mean, the material don't work. What else am I supposed to do? And they were like, yeah, keep you come from improv. I was like, I don't know what that is. You know, like whose line is it anyway? I was like, oh, like Wayne Brady, you know, street black kid. I'm like, yeah, Wayne Brady, you know. But then I started watching it and started doing that research, and I was like, oh, a lot of really cool people have done this art form. Yeah, like I'll look more into it. And so I went to the Groundlings website to see how you join that. It was super expensive, and I didn't really recognize any of the names. And by recognize, I mean like black people. Like I recognize a bunch of white people names, but I didn't recognize any besides Phil Lamar and Daniel Gaither, who had been on what's it called? Mad TV. I recognized their names. And then, but I went to the Second City website. It was $200 cheaper, and they had like a college brochure where it's like, listen, our history may not have that many black people, but look how many black people on stage right now. Like it was like Amber Ruffin and Sam Richardson and Edgar Blackman and all these people who were on Claudia Michelle Wallace, who were all on stage at that time. And I was like, it's $200 cheaper. I'm gonna go take classes here. Yep. And really fell in love with it immediately.
Man. Yeah. One of my favorite improv moments was going to the Diversity and Improv Festival, and I saw you perform with a group. It was just called Black People, and I thought that y'all were like an assembled group, and I could follow you. I didn't realize it was just an amalgamation of these really impressive Black improvisers. And y'all did some scenes that just blew my mind. You remember that plantation about carrots
that I still laugh at, and that was the first time we saw you. Yeah, I think everybody on stage, man. I'll never forget that. They were, it was a funny ass show, man.
And then another scene, you ended up being a table that the people were going to consummate their love on. I mean, it was just, it was so much goodness. It was really impressive. Yeah. And then, you know, cut to a couple of years later, I'm watching Drunk History. I was like, that looked like that dude that was in there, The Thing. And then I get to my phone. I was like, oh, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
So then I recognized, oh yeah. No, he's a great improviser. So and then when y'all came to Station White Women, I was like, that's it, man.
Yeah.
That was such a fun night.
It was another great performance, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good work.
Thank y'all.
Good work. You
That
man.
was. I appreciate that. That makes me feel great. I really enjoyed coming down there and kicking it with y'all.
Yeah,
Man,
y'all came to DCM too.
Yep.
Y'all came to
Yeah.
DCM. That's what. Yeah. That was that Station Festival, man. We definitely want to come back down there. That was so much fun.
Yeah, man. They love y'all down here.
Tell them to bring us. Tell them to bring us back.
Yeah, man.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Y'all put on y'all show was dope too. I remember watching that was dope. I was man. I'm happy to have chosen improv. I think it fits my personality more. But improv is on the fritz out here in Los Angeles. I might have to get back on the stand-up stage. A whole lot of white people in here tonight. Give it up for the ladies, y'all. Give it up for the
ladies. Do you ever go to any of the stand-up, like the legendary stand-up clubs there, to just sit and watch the Comedy Store? Me and my wife went. I was like, man, I want to just go and just watch one of the shows at the Comedy Store. Do you guys ever do that, or is it more just you just out hustling and getting your money?
At this point, I don't really go up there just on random nights. I'll go if like one of my homies, like my homie Chinadu, is a regular at the Laugh Factory. He's like a past comedian at the Laugh Factory, and he's really dope. So I'll go check out his shows and stuff like that. I'll go if it's like a lineup of like a bunch of. I got a lot of friends who do stand up, you know, and so I'll go check them out. Iffy on White Women, he's a stand up. So if he's doing a show or something like that, all these African dudes,
they hitting it.
Yeah, I ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. But I'm just playing. But I don't really like be like, tonight I'm gonna take a date down to the Laugh Factory. Nah, we don't do that no more. I'm not trying to see them.
I know, man. I was just a little dude from Texas. We go out there and they don't. That's new for us. So we go out there and just check it out, just to get the experience. I guess.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I get it. If somebody big is, because y'all get like a lot of big people too, like who come down. Don't y'all have like the Addison Improv near you? Is that near you? Is that Dallas? Is that more Dallas?
That's Dallas.
Okay.
But we do got a Houston Improv, and we got like an independent kind of comedy club scene building, because Chappelle's came down to the Secret Group a couple of times. That's independent owned. So yeah, Addison is in Dallas.
What about where's Tony Baker? I'm not Tony Baker. Tone Bell from? He from Houston, I believe. I think, or maybe he might be from Dallas. Where's Bill Hicks from? Was he from Dallas or was
he was from Houston?
Yeah. So that whole group and I know that Tone Bell is from down there too, I believe. I can go.
We got and Ali Sadiq, right?
Yeah,
Ali Sadiq from Houston, who Tandi knows but won't introduce us. Talk about him for 3 years. You know, my kids went through the wild. They used to swim together. Like, when you gonna tell us? You know,
that dude is funny. He tells great stories.
He does.
He is awesome, man. He's awesome. He's like my favorite part of what I like about D.L. Hughley is like all Ali Sadiq. You know, but now he's on the radio here now, and man, he be just flying on the radio, man. They don't care.
That's what I would love to do. That's the dream job right there. Being like a morning show host.
Yeah, man. Oh man. Interview some of your favorite guests, and you're just making people laugh and enjoying their mornings, man. That's awesome. Let me ask you this though. What's the future like for Carl Tart and your group, White Women? You got some shows y'all doing. Y'all got films y'all doing?
Man, we ain't got nothing on the docket yet. But I have a show that's coming out in the spring, I guess, or maybe even the winter time on NBC called Grand Crew. And they started writing that, and it's a few members of White. Iffy and Lamar are in that writer's room. That is created by Phil Jackson, who's a buddy. He's an honorary auxiliary member of White Women, but he was always too busy to be with us. He's a super accomplished dude. Wrote on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, same as me, and then wrote on Insecure. And he pitched this show, and I'm one of the actors in it. And I had to audition. Wasn't nepotism. But yeah, so they're writing that right now. We began filming that on August 2nd. So that's the kind of the main thing that's on the docket at this point. Awesome. So be on the lookout for that in early 2022 on NBC. Grand Crew, and we'll see. It's about a group of black friends that hang out at a wine bar. So it's on all black cast on NBC. Wow. NBC National Black Channel.
It's the new NBC.
Yeah, the new Black Channel.
NBC Max.
Niggas be comedians.
Niggas be comedians.com. Yeah. Real talk, man. Well, it was a pleasure to have you. Yeah. Sure, man. We definitely want to get you down and do some shows. Have you come through. Would definitely love to go back out in LA just to see what you guys are doing out there. Hopefully the everything is going to be going well out there, you know.
I hope so too. If we get our show back, y'all definitely got to come in and do our show.
Man, that'd be dope. That'd be dope, man. Because I missed y'all's show at the last DCM. Yeah. I missed it in New York and I missed it in LA. Couldn't get in New York. It sold out.
You know, LA DCM was crazy, but it was so much fun. We had a good time. I'm sad at the prospect that might be the last DCM ever.
Yeah, that was cold. That's cold.
That hurts.
But yeah, we got our regular bi-weekly show UCB. If UCB comes back, we're gonna do it at another theater if it don't. So there's another theater that's opening back up. We're gonna talk to them about it. But yeah, thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it. This was so much fun. I love to come back on here too if y'all have me back.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Thank you so much. Yeah. Well then, DJ Comfy, go ahead and get them tunes ready to play us out. This is super fun. Oh, while he does that, I want to go to the chat. Make sure to shout out people who stopped by. Thank you, Benita. Thank you, Marina. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Cicely. Miranda was going off in the chat, y'all. The check. We got Clark. Thank you so much for stopping by. Samantha, thank you so much for leaving a comment. But for John, for Amechi, for Tandi, for myself, Antoine, that's Cant Tell Us Nothing show. Thank you again so much. Yes, we'll have to have you back. But other than that, we are out.